Family secret. The night my dad was almost shot. When I was around 14, I was helping my stepdad clean up his old workbench in the garage. While sorting through some clutter, I came across what looked like a melted chunk of metal wrapped in an old cloth. I asked him what it was, and he paused for a moment before saying something like, didn't think I still had that. He told me he'd explain one day when I was older, specifically over 18. I thought he was just being dramatic and assumed I could ask again in a week or two. But every time I brought it up over the next few years, he shut it down completely. He never budged. Eventually, when I was in my 20s, I remembered the whole thing and finally asked again. That's when he told me the story. Apparently, years ago, he and his brother-in-law, who also happened to be his best friend and a police officer, were drinking after a long night out. Things escalated, and an argument turned serious fast. At some point, the cop warned him, "Leave now, or I'll shoot you." Naturally, my stepdad, being stubborn and a little drunk, told him to screw off. The cop went and grabbed his gun. The argument spilled outside, and when my stepdad got to his car, he shouted something like, "You won't do it." His brother-in-law raised the weapon, and my stepdad dove behind the driver's seat just as a shot rang out. He sped off and didn't stop until he got home. Later, he checked his car and found a bullet lodged in the seat, exactly where he had ducked that twisted metal I'd found. It was the bullet. Apparently, the neighbors heard the shot and called the police. Since his brother-in-law was a cop himself, it didn't end well. He was forced into early retirement. Miraculously, no charges were filed, and no one was seriously hurt. A few days later, like nothing happened, the two of them sat down, talked it through, and somehow moved past it. And that's one story no one in the family really talks about anymore.